Today, I'm in a brand new 2020 Explorer with the brand new Active Park Assist 2.0, totally new for 2020. It's really cool. It's an upgrade from last year's Park Assist. If you didn't see my video that I posted a year ago or so about the Park Assist, it's where if you're not comfortable with parallel parking or perpendicular parking, you could actually have the vehicle do it for you. The previous generation of the Park Assist, you had to shift the car and you had to control the brake and the gas pedal in order to do so. What the car would do previously was just basically steer the car to get you in and out of the spot correctly. Really cool part about the new Active Park Assist 2.0 for 2020, you do absolutely nothing except hold a button. The vehicle steers, the vehicle controls the brake, it controls the acceleration, and it will even shift gears from neutral to park to reverse. And then once the vehicle is completely parked, it will actually put the vehicle in park. So I'm going to do a quick demo just to show you how it works. It's actually pretty cool. The parking spot that I'll be using does not have lines. It's not an indicated parking spot. So because of that, it might go back and forth a few times because what it's trying to do is it's using the radar and the bliss to actually line you up with the vehicle you're next to. Now, if it was a standard parking spot that had lines in it, it would actually line you up with the lines. So it would go a lot quicker. So this might take a few tries, but you'll see how super simple it is and how easy it is. And it's an awesome feature to use if you are down in an area that you're not familiar with. If you're downtown LA, downtown San Francisco, really tight, small parking spots, and you don't know if you can fit or you don't feel comfortable with doing it yourself, let the car do it. The car will actually tell you if it could fit, and it will do all the work for you. So it's really cool. So I'll put together a little demo and show you guys how it works. Thanks. Okay, everybody, so here's the spot that I'm going to try to get the vehicle in between. This red truck and that white Explorer right there. As I was saying, you could see there's no stripes on the ground, but this should go pretty smooth. So if I was driving up in this spot regularly, what you would do is you would hit the park button here, and you would indicate to the car that you are trying to find a parking spot. Now, right now, it goes into parallel standard or whatever. So I want to do a perpendicular parking spot, just like your standard parking spot. So I'm going to tell the car that I'm looking for perpendicular. So now it's going to be looking for a different size gap. So just follow the directions. Now, as of right now, I am going to be using the pedal and I am going to be using the steering wheel until the vehicle tells me otherwise. So I start moving forward, and it is using the Bliss radar to scan for parking spots. So it found a spot. So it's telling me to shift into neutral. So I'm going to put the shifter into neutral. And then it says to release the brake. So I'm going to let go of the brake pedal. And I'm holding the phone with two hands. So you see I'm not holding the steering wheel. And then it wants me to hold the park button. So like I was saying, all you have to do is simply hold a button. So here's what we'll do. I'm going to hold the button. Steering wheel is already doing its thing. I'm not pushing any pedals. The vehicle came to a complete stop. It's straightening me out. Now you can see the front camera. And there you go. It's completely done. The vehicle shifted itself into park, and we are good to go. Plenty of room on both sides to open your doors. So, pretty cool feature. Okay, now for parallel parking, which is where a lot of people get nervous, have issues doing, especially on a new car that you're not used to. Totally understandable. You know, last thing you want to do is ding your new car or hit somebody else's car. So this is the most common. Perpendicular parking, we pretty much all know how to do. There's a person in that car, so I hope they don't freak out and try to move or whatever. I've been sitting here waiting for them, but they're not getting out, so we'll just go ahead and try this out. So anyways, you would go through the same exact steps as you were before. So you're driving along, you see this spot, you're like, oh man, I don't know if I can fit. Oh, well, you know what? I have this new 2020 Explorer with the Active Park Assist 2.0. Why don't I let my money do its job? So you would just hit the button like I said before. You hit the park button. Let the vehicle know. Now, by default, that's the word I was looking for earlier. By default, it's going to be looking for parallel spots, okay? And then also, it's always going to look on the passenger side of the vehicle. Now, if you happen to be on a one-way road and you have parking on your left-hand side, what you would do is you would use the turn signal indicator to let the vehicle know that you want to look on your left side. So now, it's going to start scanning on the left side of the vehicle. But we're going to go back to the right, okay? So go ahead and pull forward like the vehicle says to, and it'll let us know if we could fit in this spot. Now, once again, I'm controlling the pedal and the steering wheel at this point until the vehicle tells me otherwise. And let's see if these people freak out because I'm holding the camera. She's not paying attention. Okay, so it's telling me to stop. Shift into neutral. All right. Now hold the park button. Okay. Now it is doing its thing and someone's pulling up right behind me. I'll let them pass before I let go of the brake. Okay, so you can see it's backing up. I have a wall right next to me and a vehicle behind me. Now the car's already determined that it can fit, so it's going to shift back into drive. All right, and apparently it's happy right where it's at. So it's already put itself into park. Now, here's another cool part. Just like I showed you guys last year, if you come back to your spot and somebody has parked in front of you or behind you and it's a little too close for comfort, instead of doing the Austin Powers thing where you're in the tunnel doing this, you could actually use the Park Assist to help you get out of the spot. So in this situation, you would go ahead and hit your park button again, and see, it already knows what we're trying to do. So you're trying to parallel park out, okay? So you're going to tell the vehicle which direction you want to go. So I'm going to hit the left. Now it says put it in neutral. So I put the vehicle in neutral, and it wants me to release the brake pedal. Okay, scary. Hold the button. So I'm holding the button. Now it is going to pull me forward a few inches. Oh, that was really scary. But you have to trust it. You have to trust the tech. It's going to back me up. And it is going to steer me out of the spot. And it is controlling everything. Now that it has gotten me out of the spot, it is telling me to take control. So once I let go of the button and put my foot on the brake, I have full control of the vehicle. And now I can put it in park, or I'm sorry, drive, and I'm gone. I bet that girl never even noticed what I was doing.